Hey guys, this is going to be a very unscripted prepping with Sarge today. So this is just I saw what was going on a lot of the prepping forums today and the Reddits that I follow, Facebook groups that I follow, that Texas and some other parts of the country that don't typically deal with the kind of cold that they're getting today. A lot of areas are without power. So I just wanted to get out some quick tips out to YouTube land. We're not going to do a lot of edits on this or sound or anything like that. So I'm in South Carolina, okay, and we do get a little bit of cold each year. But prior to that, I lived in Kentucky and Massachusetts, and Massachusetts gets a lot of cold. So if you're watching this from the Northeast, what you might not realize is that the houses in the South are not designed in the same way to deal with long winters like they are up in Massachusetts. So a lot of houses might not have a fireplace, and people may not like have a kerosene heater or a secondary way to heat their homes because it's just such an infrequent thing. Like here in South Carolina, it's February, it's cold outside, and by cold I mean like, right around 40 degrees. We do have some days where it goes down below that, but it's pretty rare. So a lot of people where I live don't even have winter coats. They don't have winter hats or winter gloves or mittens or anything like that. So it's very, very different. And also the streets are not like, there's not a lot of salt trucks and plows like there are in the Northeast. Okay. So if you're without power and you're watching this through like your phone data or whatever, I'm going to try to keep this short so we can do as much slam in a couple tips real quick to try to help you get through. Our understanding from watching the news here in South Carolina is that Texas is getting rolling blackouts, meaning that what's happening is as power comes back on, people are slamming up their heat, and that's causing some stresses on the system. I can't check that and get this out quick enough, so let's go with that assumption for right now and try to resist the urge to slam your heat up to 90 because that's probably not good for your system anyways. Be patient because the power is supposed to come back on from what we're seeing. In the meantime, a couple tips to get you through. Try to get all your family into one room, like the living room, things like that. And as best you can, close off that room. Close the doors, maybe even hang like if you have extra bedspreads, things like that. If you go around the room and go around the house actually and see if there's any drafts like under the doors and around windows, do what you can to seal those up. If you've got duct tape lying around or towels you can put under the doors, get those drafts blocked off as best you can and get everybody into one room and try to layer up, right? So if you've got like Under Armour and things like that dry wick moisture off your body, they make that your first layer, and then kind of layer up from there and try to get some multiple layers going on your body so that you're actually creating some air pockets in there that actually will help to warm you up. Take your blankets, everybody and the pets and everybody gets on the couch, warm up underneath the blankets. That will get you through for a while. If you've got the kind of vehicle, like my vehicle has an outlet in the bed of the truck, you might be able to plug that in, get a little bit of power, charge up your phones and things like that so you can get some news. If things get really, really bad, and I'm talking about like your fingers are starting to lose feeling and things like that, most of you hopefully have some fuel in your vehicles. Go out, start up your vehicle. If I know if there's ice on the ground, you're gonna have to be careful and maybe not drive around the street, but drive a little bit just to get that, like maybe back and forth on your property to get that engine going because that will get the heat going in the car faster. And you can run that while you're in there. People charge up their phones, things like that. Okay. What else? If you've lost power and it's really, really cold outside but warm in the house, you can think about if you're worried about losing some food, you can take some of your food outside and put it outside. If it's cool enough, it should keep it until, the power is restored. Then you can go back out, put it back into the refrigerator. Of course, that depends on your situation. If you're like, you may not be able to put your food outside for other reasons. What else? Candles. If you've got everybody in one room and it's a small room and you're kind of bundled up with your blankets and things like that, as long as you don't have like really active children or pets that are going around bumping them, candles will help a little bit too. Thinking down the road from this, after you get out of this SHTF situation, there's some products that I would recommend for the next time. One's called like the Little Heat Buddy or something like that. I'll try to find that on Amazon, link it in the description. And that runs off the little propane canisters and you can heat up a room with that. So if you're like us and you only have to deal with this once every few years where you get a real bad ice storm and blackout and then the house gets real cold, that's probably going to be enough to get you through that. Let's try to set this as a premiere so that I can get a little bit of chat going, and maybe people in that chat can throw in some extra tips. But if I can't do that, it's more important that I get this out real quick. Okay. Oh, a couple more things. If you've got like watch caps or knit caps or whatever, put those on. You want to keep your head warm. If you don't, then a hoodie and a baseball cap, because so much heat escapes from your head and from your feet, right? So you want to put a couple layers of socks, and then maybe, like, if you've got boots, work boots or something like that, put those on your feet too. As far as your hands go, if you've got work gloves, you can try putting those on. But if you've got no gloves at all because you're in Texas and you never ever need gloves, then put a couple layers of socks on there, right? Because you do have to keep these guys warm, okay? All right, I think that's it. When power comes back on, prioritize charging your communication devices, your phones and things like that. Maybe you make yourself some hot liquids like coffee and things like that so you can start to warm up. And, you all know I'm a person of faith, so my prayers go out to you. You will get through this. I know it stinks right now. I hope some people are catching this and that it's helpful for you. If you see this video and you want to share it out to anyone, please go ahead. I don't mind whatever you want to do with this. And again, my prayers go out to everybody who's without power right now. I hope you guys get through this. This has been Prepping with Sarge with a really quick emergency video for you all. Stay safe out there.